Hello, welcome slashers, and I'm Crypt here, and welcome back to my channel. Now today, since the It movie's around the corner, I said I'd be reviewing the It miniseries, which actually, this film, I have the, version that was basically put together like a film, but this overall has been a big part of my childhood, I grew up loving Pennywise. I was never afraid of him, but I did grow up loving this character. And I feel that Tim Curry, did really good as Pennywise. But with all that said, I'm going to get into the review. Now, for this mini-series time, I'm trying not to call it a film, but for the time that this miniseries came out, it was amazing. It was amazing, but it hasn't aged well. There were some things that I'm not a huge fan of, and I'm gonna get into that. Let's start with the writing. Now, the writing is a little outdated. Of course, but come on, let's face it. There are films out there that have way better writing than this does. Way better writing. That were actually, I think there's ones out there have actually, that are actually out there before this, that better writing. There's let's see, I'm pretty sure The Thing came before that, I think the 80s or 90s, I forgot when The Thing came out, but, actually I'm gonna give a more better example. How about The Shining? We all know The Shining was out before this, and, The Shining, it's another Stephen King adaptation, and, Stephen King himself actually isn't very fond of The Shining, but I do love The Shining, and I didn't see it until I was at least 13 or 14, because I just haven't came across it, but when I first saw it, I loved this film, and this came before it, and it has better writing. For, TV miniseries, I should cut it some slack, but there are some other things that I do want to get into. This includes the very wonky special effects. Now, there is a part where Pennywise jumps down a drain and it looks all weird the way he's getting sucked down. Now, for some reason, I really find that effect very satisfying, and it's very weird. I do like the effects back then, the effects that practical, no CGI bullshit. I was always a huge fan of that, and I do want to say that, at times like that, I feel like I really like effects like that. I don't want no CGI bullcrap. I like effects like that, because to me it looks more realistic when they use practical effects. CGI just makes it look like just crap. I don't like CGI. But overall, for its time, the special effects aren't bad, and in my opinion, they aren't as bad today, because there's worse effects out there that are just today, people use these effects today, but they're all in low budget films because they're crappy CGI. But enough talking crap about CGI. You know what else I want to talk about? I want to talk about the way people die in this film, and I did hear that I'm gonna kind of give a reference or references to the book real quick. Now, I've heard a lot about the book, and I actually have read a little bit of the book. I haven't read the whole thing, but I do have the book in my possession. I have not read all of it, but I heard that the book is really screwed up, and there's a lot of gore involved, and there's not a lot of gore in this, and the fact that it couldn't live up to that, it's kind of sad in my opinion, but I had to cut a little slack because it was released for TV. But there's a lot of off-screen kills, and off-screen kills annoy the shit out of me. I hate off-screen kills, where someone where it's just shown off-screen, or when someone's about to kill someone and it just cuts off and you don't get to see no gore. I hate that. When it comes to horror movies, I hate it when they do that. For them to use it at least once isn't bad. At least once or a few times, but majority of the kills in horror film shouldn't be like that. It's very sloppy, and I don't like it. And this does have a lot of that. And if you guys are looking for a film with gore and, kills and stuff, I mean, there's not much to it. Like, there's not much to it at all. Like, it's just, there's not much gore. There are a lot of arguments everywhere on the internet that this take on it is the best, and that this upcoming It movie will not take its place. Well, I think it will, and for many reasons. Now, a lot of people grew up fearing this miniseries, but I didn't find it scary. I thought it was just really cool, and I mean, I've heard a lot about the way Pennywise is, and I've even, like I said, I've read a little bit of the book, and he's not supposed to be funny. Like, he's actually supposed to be, like, menacing, and he's, like, there's supposed to be, like, something wrong with him, like, you just could kind of sense something, and I feel like the Bill Skarsgård Pennywise will do good with that, in my opinion. I mean, a lot of people have different opinions, but honestly, I like Bill Skarsgård's Pennywise even more so far, because what we've seen of him is amazing, and I feel like he's good in face paint and in performance. But to move on from that, I want to talk about the characters, because honestly, in my opinion, the characters are one of the best parts about this. The characters are very relatable, and I feel like they're well developed. And I really like that. Characters, like strong characters in film is very important. So I feel like they did really good with the character development there, and I really like the way they set up the characters and stuff, and that's very important in a film like this. But I gotta be honest with you, this series isn't perfect, because, something, the first half, which is, when they're kids, I feel like the first half is a lot better than the second half. And I'm about to explain why. Now, the second half just lacking something. Like, it's just lacking that charm that the first half has. And I feel like the first half is done a lot better. And actually, you know what? Something that the second half is lacking of is appearances of Pennywise. I mean, yeah, he appears a good deal amount of times, but he doesn't appear as much as, per se, in the first part. In the second part, he doesn't appear much, and to me, he just isn't as, like, he's not as scary, and it's just, yeah. I'm just gonna say that the second half isn't as good. I feel like it's kind of, in my opinion, lame. The first half is what really holds up. There is no denying that the It miniseries is a classic, but you gotta face it, this series has like weak writing. Pennywise isn't that scary anymore, because a lot of people have returned back to this film, and it just doesn't hold the same kind of chills as people when they were kids, because I guess this series was more made for, just to frighten kids. And I mean, yeah, this is part of why people are afraid of clowns today. It's because of Pennywise. But there are some things wrong with it, but there are some good things about it, like the characters. Tim Curry's performance was great. I mean, he's not supposed to be as comical, and he's, in my opinion, he's not scary, but I mean, overall, the guy did a great job. He did a really good job as Pennywise, and his performance was pretty great. And the effects weren't bad either. I mean, some of the effects I weren't fond of, but most of the effects were pretty great. But overall, I feel like this series deserves about a 7.8 out of 10. There's some flaws with it, so it didn't make an 8 out of 10, so it's just 7.8 out of 10. This is my honest opinion. If you don't like it, I don't know what to tell you. But I decided to review this film, or this miniseries, because the upcoming It movie is coming really soon, and I want to see it on the date it comes out, and I am trying my hardest to see it the date of its release, because I am very excited for this film, and I cannot wait to see it. And I will review that film when it comes out. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed, be sure to like, subscribe, join Sister Posse family, become a slasher, and share. Sharing really helps my channel, especially share this video. Yo, get the it hype up, and yeah, I'm out of here. I'll see you all in the next video. Thank you for watching. Peace.